Losing someone close to you is never easy, especially when it comes to distributing what they owned. From their house, their car, their clothes, and then bank accounts and other assets that they owned. And whether it's siblings, parents, or other relatives, it's quite often that people fight over the assets, and that's when things get ugly. And that's the situation that Tim was in. Tim's sister had come to take care of Mom, who had medical problems. The next thing you know, there's a secret deed giving sister Mom's house, a secret will giving sister everything else, and a power of attorney giving the sister control to the exclusion of Tim and his brother. These documents were done online without a lawyer. Of course, it ended up in probate court and a battle ensued. In the end, the sister ended up with 1/3, Tim and his brother ended up with 1/3, and the lawyers and court costs ended up costing the estate 1/3. Simply because a correct estate plan with a lawyer was not done, which would have eliminated the secrecy and the ability of the sister to manipulate their mother. In another case I handled, Sherry was the beneficiary of a trust. After Mom passed, her one brother thought that because he was named as successor trustee, he could punish Sherry by giving her less of the trust assets. He felt that Mom had spent too much on Sherry while she was alive, and it was time for Sherry to pay it back. It took me a phone call and a letter to the brother's attorney showing Mom's intentions with a trust that was done years prior to Mom's passing, and the case was resolved before it started. Within 2 months of Mom's passing, Sherry received exactly what she was entitled to. This is a great example of how estate planning protects your wishes. I'm John Tatone, and since 1996, I've been helping people with blended families protect their assets and avoid probate. Nobody wants to think about getting old, becoming incapacitated, or death, but it's something we all have to face. That's where a trust administration comes in. With trust administration, one person is designated to handle all of the trust instructions on your behalf. This will ensure that your wishes are followed with what happens to your estate. This avoids any potential families infighting, being forced into an expensive and lengthy probate process, and it centralizes control. Trust administration designates an individual to coordinate complicated tasks such as making critical decisions, preparing property inventories, filing tax returns, and signing necessary documents. If this process is not set up correctly up front, it can place immense pressure on your loved ones and require them to make crucial decisions quickly. This leaves pressure on them to divide your property. When there is not a plan in place, it can lead to assets being tied up for years, subject to probate proceedings, which will cost tens of thousands of dollars to sort out down the road. We know estate planning can be confusing and even scary to think about, but it's something we need to do. We are here to guide you through every step of the process. Protect your family, your assets, protect your legacy. It's time to be the hero of your family. Call and schedule a time to speak with us today. I'm John Tatone, and I look forward to hearing from you.